Hey, good looking. In this video, I'm going to share with you the 4 emails that generated 14 clients for my client last week. Last week was one of the best weeks we've had with email for this client. We track all the KPIs. There's 2 main KPIs, I'll go into them. We track the KPIs, and in terms of turning subscribers into cash, into clients, last week was one of the best weeks. We actually had 5.7% reply rate. That's not click-through rate, that's a reply rate. People replying to the emails to then want to take the next step. Most people don't get a click-through rate of 5%. We got a 5% reply rate. So I'm gonna give you the 4 emails just because I want you to win. I don't want to give you theory. I want you to just have the tools and the strategies to be able to just go out and win. So if you just wanna click below, there's a Google Doc, click on that, go use the emails, go send them, go get clients, go make bank, go have the time of your life, have fun, because I just want to give you the source so you can use these things right away. And in this video, I'm going to explain a bit about my mindset, my approach to emails, because it's changed over the 12 years that I've been in this industry. But it is a huge piece of the game because your content determines your income. And it is the most important piece to focus on, your content, your emails, your whole content messaging strategy. But sometimes it can become overwhelming and there's not a clear strategy. There's a lot of difficulty and frustration with email. How do I do it? How do I stay consistent? So what most people do is they treat their emails like a booty call. They will just do a 1 to 5 email sequence and just leave it at that, like automated, and be like, my email's automated. Or they'll have no communication for weeks or months, and then they have a launch and they send like 4 million emails, and then they just get blocked. You know, you unsubscribe, block, because it's just a one-way street. You don't speak to me to add value, you just want to take from me. It's a great way to never speak to someone again. Or they're just inconsistent, like random with sending emails. They'll send 3 one week, then they send 0, then they send 5, then they send none, and they just have this inconsistency. And one thing that attracts and magnetizes high-paying clients, 4 or 5-figure clients, is consistency. They want someone who's strong in themselves and then show that as a reflection in their work. They don't want someone that shows up one week and doesn't show up another week and another week. One week they're wanting to buy a Tesla, one week they're having to have dinner with baked beans. Like they want someone that has a high level of consistency. So a great way to implement that is to have a simple strategy with emails. So that's what I'm going to share with you in this video, and a way to make it fun, simple, easy, and profitable. So the way that I look at emails is like a fire. A fire has 3 components, and if you look at your whole content strategy like this, I think it may help. So the fire, you need to start the fire. So you need the spark. I look at social media like the spark. It's a short term, get engagement, get eyeballs, see the spark. Like it's the flashy thing. You light it and you hear that match lighting. But social media is very short term. If you look at the average view time of a video, of a reel, and I've done this with millions, tens of millions of pounds and dollars spent in ads. If you look at the average video duration, it's anywhere from 2 to 4 seconds. 2 to 4 seconds. So it is the spark, it's the short-term attention span. But where I look at email is the warmth that comes from the fire. So the warmth that comes from the fire is built from the logs. And the logs is long form content like YouTube. YouTube builds depth, it builds relationship, it builds connection. And that is what sustains the fire over the long haul. And therefore that creates the heat, and the heat is like the email. The heat is what builds the one-to-one. The heat is what builds the warmth, the value, the trust. So it's a slow burn. It's not something where you're gonna make $1 million tomorrow, but it's what, if you wanna build a sustainable, long-term, high cash business that matters, business that makes an impact, it is a huge lever to pull. And I look at 3 channels specifically. You have email, you have YouTube, which is long form, and then you have social media, which is short form. Short form to get attention, so you capture attention. and then YouTube to connect. So capture, social, connect, YouTube, and convert is email as well as connect. So that's my philosophy on email. The number one goal that I look at for email is to really get consumption. So it's to show them that you have the solution to the problem. You want to do two things. Number one, you want to show them why they are where they are, why they aren't getting the results that they want, and why they aren't where they want to be. So you want to show them that where they are, that's because of a reason. You want to show that reason to them. That's the problem. You want to show that you understand the problem. And then you want to show you understand the solution. You know how to get them to where they want to go. You know the trajectory. You know the trials. You know the mistakes. You know the process. You know the methodology. You know how to get them to the solution. So you know why they're stuck and you know how to get them to the solution. That is really the goal that you want to have with your emails, which is really an extension of your content. That's your plan for your content. There's not too much different for emails, except I look at emails as a way to move people through, a way to get people to consume. The number one goal is consumption. You want consumption, hours consumed on your brand. The more hours people consume on your brand, the more people will be bought into your world, and then the more they will come to the logical conclusion themselves that you are the one to help them through repetition, through trust, through consistency, through conviction, through courage, that gets them bought into your way of doing things. And then get them to say, like, this is the person for me. This is what I've been looking for. This is what I want to invest in. This is the way. And when you put the power and the control back in the person, because they're self-led, they're empowered, they know what they want, they can make a buying decision fast and with power and conviction. Because they're in their power, they've made an educated decision. You're in your power because you believe in what you do and you're giving them ways to consume more of your content. And with email, you're just enabling that, pushing that out there. And if you want to see how this is done, if you just like, give me the templates, just click on below and you can get access to them straight away. But this is you in your power, them in their power, meeting together, high level conversation. I'm in, let's do it. Send me the link, let's go. So email is a facilitator to make that happen. You really want to make sure that your message, like everything, it's so specific and nuanced and speaking to the problems that they have. Not long term, but the problems they have right now and how you can solve them right now. How your messaging, how your offer, how your content can help them overcome the problems that they have. So you're speaking to the high value needs of them right now. It's like what they're thinking about right now. Like here's a prompt for you. What's your dream client thinking of right now, and what's a piece of content you can create that speaks directly to that? If you do that in your email and then use email as an extension to get it out there more, then you're not only going to attract the right people, but they're also going to be in the right mindset, which is huge. So ultimately, you want it to be like passing up this email or this thing that's on offer, which you can see down below. There's different ways of sending out a request, which we'll get into the second one. But you want it to be like, passing up this will be crazy. Like, this is for me. That's the response you want to get. And you only get that when you are specific, when you are nuanced, when you take the time to really figure out who is that dream client, who do you want to attract, and what can we say to get them. I have a lot of content prompts, but just that one alone will help you understand one thing that you could do right now, because I want to make these practical. I don't want to just be like, oh, here's the cool thing. Like, I want you to win, bro. You're in your prime. Like, this is your go time. We're in the golden era of personal brands, of coaching, of the information industry, of sharing your message to millions, of making a huge impact, doing what makes you feel alive. We're in the most golden era of it, and you're in your prime. You've got so much wealth, experience, knowledge, case studies, results. Getting clients has been a thing that you've done that hasn't been as easy as what you'd like it to be, but now it gets to become easy because you implement these things. Now it gets to become more consistent because you implement these things. I mean, 14 clients. My client signed last week just from email, and we track this every single week so we understand these numbers. So the first thing, as I said, is consumption. You want to get people to consume your content. So you're just pushing them out. Here's a YouTube video. Here's a live stream I did. Are you interested in working with me? That's like a call to action, but consumption is key. That is the golden rule, because my motto is pre-sell, so you never have to hard sell. Pre-sell, hard sell. I want it to be pre-sell here, hard sell here. Hard sell is like Wolf of Wall Street. Like, sure, you can make cash, but you can't make a business like that. Sure, you can make some fast sales, but you don't make long-term business growth that way. So I'm about long-term, sustainable, high cash, high fun, low stress business. And the way to do that is to get them to align your way of thinking and your way of being and enter in your world. You need to create a world where you're spinning in your own reality and you're not trying to just stand out in a sea of sameness. Like, you're not in the sea of sameness, you're in your whole own world. And this allows us to just get that message out there more. So the first thing is consumption. The second one is conversions. Then the point of the emails is to get people to consume. So you'll see most of the call to actions is reply to get X. What this does is it enables us to get hand raisers. And hand raisers are the people who are ready to move, ready to buy, and want to take the next step. So it self-selects and identifies those people. Then what we're able to do is start a conversation with those people, which is step 2. Consumption's the first one, then conversion. Conversation. It's really conversation before conversion, because you just want to have a chat with them. You want to see if you can help them with your offering. You want to see if they're a good fit. You want to see what's available to them. So the whole game is about conversations, and this is a way to start conversations. So that is the second piece, which really is just self-explanatory. You probably have a sell by chat process, or you have setters, or you do it yourself. You don't need any more elaboration on that, but this is a way to not only get people to consume and spend more watch hours on your brand, which only benefits you, but then to start those conversations. And then, because I've been doing these emails for over a year with this client, and I've been writing emails for 12 years for clients, but specifically for this client, and using this model, which I'm just fucking so excited about, because I'm seeing it pushed out to the limits. Like 71 clients last month. It's like, okay, this model really works. It's a solid 6-figure month. We've been doing 6-figure months with this client for over a year since I've been involved. And he's been doing it longer than that without me. And he's a gun, and he would do them without me alone. But to see how we can amplify that and make it easier is amazing. Like the top sales closer last month, he signed 20 clients at a 45% close rate. The top closer, I don't know how many closers they have a few, but the top closer closed at 45% and closed 20 clients. Like, I'm sure in your business, you would love just that alone. 20 new clients, 45% close rate, boom. That is the power of having a pre-sale system, a consumption, and then a conversation system. And then the third point, which is with the email specifically, is to have these email frameworks be simple, fun, and easy. As I was saying, we have been doing these for over a year, and I've now got the patterns and the themes worked out, so I know what topics work and what frameworks work. So when you have your topics and when you have your frameworks, you can merge them together. And if you have 5 core topics and if you have 5 frameworks, that's 25 different content ideas. Then you can be a little bit more nuanced and have another 5, and you got 125 different emails. That's enough for a quarter. Like, for 1 quarter of a year. So by having these frameworks, which is why I just want to give them to you, I'm not going to gatekeep, not holding back, want you to win, on your side, riding with you, believe in you fucking fully. Like, I just want you to have the right words and structure so you can just send them and start getting results and momentum, because I have just so much to give. Like, email is one piece of what I do, but I wanted this to be a practical thing. And then once you get results from that, maybe you come back and say, hey dude, this was fucking sick. Let's like talk about what's next. and we'll say, sweet, let's really blow up your brand. This isn't about just getting a couple clients here and there. This is about doing it consistently and building an intentional system that attracts them every single day. So you don't have to have long, complicated emails. You don't have to have breakthrough ideas for your emails. You just need the right frameworks to be able to send out, rinse and repeat, and get similar results week on week. So these emails that you see below, 4 emails, these are probably our top 4 in rotation. And you can see they're written in different ways. I have so many different ways of writing and so many different ways of framing them, but these ones absolutely crushed. They got a 5.7% response rate of the list to reply back. 5.7%. So if we have 1,000 people, 57 people reply back. We got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of replies. We actually had a challenge with the setters because they were left. There was just so many that they needed new processes in place to be able to reply to them. So that's a good problem to have. They're the problems you want to have. Like, we have so much demand, we can't actually, our current systems are broken and we can't reply to them quickly enough. That's what's possible when you use these. So I'm not holding back. I'm just giving them to you, which I'm so excited about. And you can see how fast and easy these emails are. I'm really not going to talk about them, but that's just wanted this video to be like, this is my thoughts on email. This is how it works. This is why it works. And this is how it fits in our ecosystem. It plays a very important point in our whole game. And it is like a cockroach. It just never dies. Email has been probably a #1 conversion platform for 12 years across all my clients. I've done many cool, fun things with other clients, but the flow now is just this. We have different things that we do as well, but this is probably 80% that makes the biggest difference, the 20% that makes 80% of the results. And that's why I'm just excited to share it with you. So stop treating your email list like a booty call when you email them when you only want something. Don't fucking be that guy that like is like messaging the girl. Like it's 1 a.m. and you're like sending an email being like, hey, I got this launch, I got this sick offer. Because that only ends in one result. You don't build long-term relationships that way. Maybe you do, but like very rarely. They're not built from the right energy, the right place, then with the right intention. Like, this is your business. This is something serious. This is something that pays you well. This is something that leads and inspires people to live a greater life than they can live on their own. And when you have the right email system to back up your content, because your content equals your income, you can take your brand to new levels without it being more work, more hustle, more hard work. So super pumped to help you out with this. Let me know how you go with the emails. Send it out. Let me know. I'd love to hear, and see you in the next video. Peace.